What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. We got some juicy news about the upcoming summoning events for this weekend. How I mentioned in the previous video that I posted today, expect to be a 10x event because we have the Fury singles pet, and this will be a guaranteed event for Kira right here. And yes, you will need probably a lot of shards to do it, but at least the 10x event is good. Is good. The champions on the 10x are good. The 10x event is not good. The chances to summon champions during a 10x event are close to zero. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. But I just had to say it, I'm not a fan of 10x events as well. And look at me, how many shards I have. I'm not sure with what I'm going to start, to be more specific. Let me quickly start with the champions that we are going to have on this 10x, because they're going to be for different days. On Friday, November 10th, we're planning to launch a 10x event to summon Baron from Void Shards, guys. So if you know Baron, like this bad boy, let me just quickly find him. I have mine at +3. I would love another one, like hands down, I can't lie. I would love another Baron to make him a +4. He's still one of the best nukers in the entire game. Of course, you have Georgit, you have Turold, you have Taras that are up there. But Baron is still very, very solid. And this is how I have mine built. Savage and a crit damage set. Pretty good stats. 9.1k attack. 320 crit damage. So very good stats. If I would empower him at +4 to gain the extra crit rate, I would be able to completely change the build and make it so much better. Then we have the masteries. Offense, defense, Ham Smasher as tier 6. What makes him good, guys, is the buff that he had a while ago. And that is attacks all enemies, will ignore shield buffs and block damage buffs, as well as 50% of the target's defense, which is crazy. It's very important to ignore defense in today's meta. Very good base attack, attack aura for all battles. The A1 has a splash damage, which can potentially rag the enemies and become a second AoE. You have a defense down that can go through pretty much everything unresistible. This is very likely to transform you into a ship, so be careful when you're using the skill. And you have the A3 attacks one enemy. The more buffs on the champion, the higher the damage. And he's known as that champion that can just kill waves with the A1 in the Doom Tower, kill waves generally in faction wars, etc., just with the A1. Then the next champion that we have on the 10x, guys, my bad, that will be no one else but Nut. So he will be from Ancients, Sacreds, and Primal Shards. Now, this is the build that I have for Hydra. I am using him on my Brutal team, and is a Relentless and a Perception. Total stats, 45k HP, 6.1k defense, 248 speed, full crit, 235 crit damage, 348 accuracy. The crit damage is a bit low on him, but is more than enough for the A3. Masteries, offense, support, Giant Slayer as tier 6. And this champion was a recent fusion. One of the, I think, the best fusion we had this year. I'm just thinking what other fusions we had, because I tend to forget the ones that we had at the beginning of the year. But I don't think we had a better fusion than him this year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Absolutely insane. This enemy max HP triple hit has some of the best multipliers in the entire game. Hands down. Amazing, amazing. Right here, you have Weaken, you have Decrease Attack, Counter Attack on himself. This is an AoE skill. The A1 is a triple hitter, guys, with a chance to land Freeze or Decrease the Thermometer. Amazing for the Fire Knight. Like, he completely changed the Fire Knight once they added him to the game. The passive, when counter-attacking, deals full damage. Accuracy aura for all battles. I'm running a Blessing on him. Sorry, because this is massive for my Fire Knight team. I think I showed you Masteries, right? Giant Slayer. So, that's Nut. Then, on Saturday, November 11th, they're planning to launch a 10x event to summon Acrisia from Void Shards. Now, Acrisia, she's still one of the best champions as an enemy max HP nukers. Great for Hydra, great for general content, great for the Spider, great for the Sand Owls Necropolis. And she's not the best for Hydra, okay? She's far from being the best. There are a few other champions in front of her. Mishinaki can deal more damage with a Nut in the same team. And most of the teams that reach over 1 billion, they don't have Acrisia in it. You have Nut, or you have Cupid's Venus, or you have Mishinaki's. Those are kind of like the top of the meta for Hydra, and definitely not Acrisia. Just remember that if you're planning to go ham on her, but she's still very amazing. So I have 3 Acrisias, guys, not to flex it, but just to show you the builds. So they're all in Relentless, okay? Because I'm running them all in Hydra. double on Nightmare, one on Brutal, and basically I'm gonna show you the one that I have the best. So this is the most universal one because she's being used in the Sand Devil's Necropolis as well with this build. You need to have very high crit damage on her because the Sand Devil has so much defense. 52k HP, 3.1k attack, 2.8k defense. So I need her to survive the initial hit from the Sand Devil on stage 25. And with these stats, she does that. 255 speed, full crit rate, 326 crit damage, guys. And that's why I have a crit damage set next to it. Of course, Ascension on the gear helps. You don't get these stats without ascending your gear, without having glyphs, without having your Great Hall max. So keep that in mind. Masteries, offense and defense 3. War Master as tier 6. And I have a Tough Skin and of course Blastproof to reduce the damage to make sure I'm surviving. Now, Akrisa is the only champion in the game that has every single skill on her kit enemy max HP. A1, A2 AoE double hit, A3 single hit double hit and depletes the thermeter. And the A1 has a chance to land defense down, crit rate, aura for all battles. She is still absolutely insane. Then of course we have no one else but Mountain King on Saturday, guys. So how I mentioned, Friday is Baron and Newt. Saturday, Akrisa Mountain King. And Mountain King from the other shards, not voids. This is my Mountain King built on a Savage and a Broken set. Total stats on him, we have a 131k HP, 4k attack, 3k defense, 251 speed, 100% crit rate, 257 crit damage, 135 resistance. You want him fast, you want him to hit hard, that's the main thing. So his single hit, the A1 attacks one enemy, the A2 attacks an enemy, ignores 50% of the target's defense, the A3 attacks an enemy, ignores shield and block damage. He's pretty good for Arena to build him tanky. You can build him on shield. This build was for live Arena, but I'm not really using him. I haven't used him in a long time. Soul Reap gives me the right stats on him. Attack, HP, crit damage, speed. You want to get pretty much everything on Mountain King because he's a attack-based champion but deals damage based on HP and attack. Masteries, offense, defense, and we have Helm Smasher as tier 6. Moving over to the next champions that we have on the 10x, guys. This will be Sunday. They're gonna have no one else but Turold on the 10x from Void Shards, of course. This is my Turold. At the moment, he's missing the gloves and the chest because Tranda has them for the Hydra Clash. But I have roughly 8 point something K attack, 300 plus crit damage, and 200 plus speed on him. Basically, he's the champion that can one-shot most of the other champions because he doesn't ignore defense, so he's a very good counter for Harima. The more buffs, the more damage, a double hit, very strong to kill pretty much any champion in the game on a 3-turn cooldown. He brings his own buffs, increase attack, increase crit rate, increase speed, and with the A1, he has a chance to land the weak and a double hit. You want to avoid having accuracy on this champion at all costs if you are using him in Platinum Arena, where you are finding champions with polymorph, because this can get you shipped. The aura is not good for Arena, it's just for faction creeps. I am running Soul Reap on him because that again is helpful. It gives me the right stats and it helps me to kill some of the champions that might stay alive. Masteries, we have offense and we have defense 3. The last champion that we have on this 10x, guys, is going to be no one else but Rotos. So how I mentioned, the champions that we have on this 10x are absolutely insane. I would love to get pretty much everybody from Friday and from Sunday. I'm not interested in Saturday at all. But getting another Rotos would be massive to make mine +2. So this is my Rotos standard build. I'm using him pretty often. I don't need to change the build because I have an amazing, amazing pair of boots for him. So let me just quickly show you. I've got them like over a month ago, but I just didn't have a chance to rebuild him. Look at these boots, man. Look at these disgusting speed boots, okay? They're actually speed boots, not attack boots. But this is my Rotos, guys. I have him built on a Savage and a crit damage set. 53k HP, 6.6k attack, 2.9k defense, 240 speed, full crit rate, 300 crit damage, no accuracy, no resistance. I have a reaction banner on him, of course, and we have a refresh accessory, which is very helpful. It comes in play pretty often, actually. Rotos with the A1, it's pretty hard, has a chance to land defense down. The A2 steals HP from the enemy. When you're gonna fill your HP, you're gonna get to block revive with the A3, which ignores unkillable, block damage, ignores 60% of the target's defense, grants an extra turn if you kill an enemy, which is amazing. Such a powerful counter for Marichka and Taras if there's no UDK in there. or if you're taking in, of course, the Monkey King just to land polymorph on new decay. The passive doesn't let him to get one shot, basically is keeping him alive and grants an extra turn if that happens. I am running Ward of the Fallen on him, guys, but of course Phantom Touch is very powerful in offense because you're getting more damage. This is my Rotos build. These are the masteries on him, offense and defense. These are all the champions that we will have on the 10x this weekend, guys. Now keep an eye for the next video because we have a bit of a tease about the pass, the hero pass coming to the game that we mentioned yesterday. Let me know if you are going to summon for the guaranteed event, of course. That was all for the video. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.